half an hour left here in the show. Again, if you want to call Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. Let's talk about the end. I mean, I feel like we've talked about most of the other major plot points that have been building to this confrontation in Alamigo, and of course the menagerie as well. First of all, how did no one see a giant fucking Shinryu? Like they pull back on the shot when they first show it to you, and you're like,
oh, well, he's just been here this whole time.
Shit,
I really do wish the warrior might have just been like, how'd I miss that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, wait a minute. Like, it does not make sense how you cannot fucking even see a hint of that.
Like, or the fact that they got that, and in no way anywhere did we hear anything like, oh, they got some, the Garleans spent a few days over here in this area, and they went through and there's all types of aether. Like there's nothing. Nobody knew it whatsoever in any way.
It's just sitting back there in a old zoo. Like, it just doesn't. And fucking like, okay, first
Shinryu Ex Machina.
First, no, you want to talk Ex Machina? Fucking Urianger coming in,
my God,
literally with the Deus Ex Machina for Fordola.
He wasn't even in fucking Stromblood for
nothing.
The whole expansion.
Nothing. It's so shoehorned in where he's just like, here, take this, and you're like,
why the fuck am I going to take this?
What the fuck is why?
Were you just lounging on this beach here and you happen to notice us?
I can't tell you why, but you might need this.
Yeah, I hate characters that come in conveniently at the right time with the conveniently best item for the convenient
Estinien on the Junin canon then?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like Estinien's been fine.
Come on.
But
just stop. Nika, just stop right now and just before we go any further, just admit that you took the bait for the fan service in that moment. That is a fan service moment.
Well, this is the thing.
In terms of the narrative, it is fucking pointless.
Well, I thought they were going to build off of him more, and they didn't. That was why at that moment I was like, "Oh, maybe Estinien's going to be like doing something." And
No.
Remember, we speculated before that he was going to come back with Omega because that was kind of like his original.
Right, we thought so.
And then Omega dropped, and he didn't show up. So now at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, I fell for it, and I wish.
Okay, there actually, quote unquote, was a reason. But it was a shitty one because
he needed to destroy the eyes.
Exactly. So that kind of like ended his arc. But first of all, when fucking Xenos, I guess, vanishes, we take his body. How did no one notice the two fucking Nidhogg eyes sitting there in the grass?
They were behind a flower.
You know what? Our history with those eyes is not great.
Yeah, I don't fault the Warrior of Life for not touching those.
Okay,
because we fuck up with that. Okay,
he killed them, right? So why didn't we do that to begin with?
That's why I was like, how come we didn't do this? Like, cast him into the abyss. Wait, apparently we were allowed to just destroy him.
Yeah.
We could have just poked him.
Okay,
wait,
you're not the Azure Dragoon.
Wait,
I am actually. As a matter of fact, yes, I am.
Good point.
So am I, actually.
Good point. But the thing is, was Estinien, I think Estinien was unconscious in that moment where we did throw the eye, right? It was just after beating him.
Right.
As Bahamut.
Right.
Not Bahamut, but fucking Nidhogg.
Imerk's the one who cast him into the abyss, but I'm still saying, like, we couldn't have just been like, why don't we just break this?
Can we try and destroy them? Has anybody actually tried that? Let me poke them with my animo weapon.
It wasn't very hard to destroy them.
No, it did not look very hard. But I mean, look, if you fucking terrible writing, but Estinien having the power, being the only one who would have the power to destroy the eyes makes at least a little bit of sense.
He literally was Nidhogg, so
yes, right. So I do understand that, and us throwing him into the abyss in a moment of panic. Well, we recognize that as a retarded plot point when it was going on.
Eric does apologize for telling you to do that in the Heavensward story.
He does.
So.
In all fairness, yes, but it does feel in that moment like, God, we could have done this and saved ourselves so much trouble.
Does anyone have any thoughts on why? Because obviously he has new armor, but he has a new spear as well. That he calls Nidhogg, and when he does his weird jump into the cannon's pipeline, he's like glowing all red and stuff. Does he have like residual Nidhogg magics or energies or something?
I think
it does seem that way.
I think it's kind of like when the one person gets infested like by the dragon, like when they've been made to drink. Yeah, they made to drink dragon blood. I think it's kind of the same thing. He's been permanently afflicted by Nidhogg.
Yeah, and so he just named his new thing Nidhogg or something.
No, I mean like if it's because. Nidhogg kind of existed as this like kind of voice
in his head.
Yeah, exactly.
He says it when he has one of the eyes that I always hear him and I always have to struggle against him.
Right, and I would think even after defeating him, and I don't know, maybe that goes away after he destroys the eyes. I don't know. We don't know much that happens after that.
He was under the impression Nidhogg was his spear now.
So
that would be interesting if he named his new spear Nidhogg. That'd be cool.
No, or let Nidhogg's energy when he cast it out, he put it into his.
Well, yeah, because he's definitely talking to his spear when he says Nidhogg.
Well, that's kind of the same idea as like our anima weapons, is they have a spirit within them. Maybe if Nidhogg is now bound to his spear, that'd be cool.
Because Nidhogg is part of him forever, and he channel it through his spear so that way he doesn't become Nidhogg again.
Square Enix, that'd be something cool to explore.
Well, that is something that I think he talks about that with either the eyes or the spear, that now that with Nidhogg's soul gone, there's no longer any concern of him being possessed by it again, but maybe there is residual anger and hatred there that he has to deal with.
Again,
Nidhogg is his penis.
Good point, Carletta.
There you go.
Solid call.
Thanks for that.
Again,